Hey everyone, Cody here, and you're watching Owen Outdoors. Alright, today guys is a big video. We gotta get some work done on the 110 acres. We gotta put a driveway in. By we, I mean Neil and Paul. They're gonna be manning the excavator. I have no clue how to use an excavator. I do know how to use a tractor, but before I can do that, I gotta get a driveway put in, right? So they're gonna be working on that. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna be doing some land clearing. We gotta clear a spot of land where I wanna build the house. Now, I'm not going to be able to do everything today, but I'm going to be doing a big portion, and so will Neil and Paul. They're great at clearing land. So once they get to a stopping point on the driveway, they'll start working on that. And then I'm also going to be working on the trails. We're going to have a trail system throughout the land. There's going to be so much. Comment down below what you think we should build and do on the land, whether it be a small little remote cabin. I want to do a big barn, a house, obviously, a big yard and field. But we can do cool things like maybe a freaking dirt bike track. Comment down below, let me know some cool ideas that you guys have. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I got my brush cutter and I'm gonna get to work. This thing's got a chainsaw head on the front of it. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, it's like a weed whacker on steroids. We got a trail over here that I'm gonna widen up, do some work on, and then I'm gonna get to the perfect spot where I think the house is gonna go, and then I'm just gonna go nuts, chopping down everything in sight. Safety first, guys. Come on. Put the Dorkosaurus glasses on so you don't get hurt. Let's go. So this brush cutter, it's awesome, all right? But it's a dangerous tool. I've been using it for a while now, and I've gotten pretty good at it. But the reason why I'm coming in from right to left is actually left to right will ricochet. Now, I'm in the smaller stuff, so I will just go back and forth. But if you have a 1-inch sapling and you go left to right, it will ricochet back at you, and you gotta be careful. Sometimes I will do it if I'm in a tight spot, but mainly I'm just doing this, slamming it in at high velocity, and occasionally I will take the brush cutter head and just slam it in and hold it on the sapling just to grind it down a bit. Heading back home for the day. I'll probably be out later in the week, but this brush cutter with the chainsaw head is an animal. Let's take off the Dorkosaurus glasses this time. All right, guys, so we're doing pretty good. I came here earlier, mowed that all down, and then I wanted to get this section because I want to start seeing those mountains. I know I keep talking about it, but we are almost there. We're like a few big trees from seeing it. But I'm gonna start taking down this section a little bit. I mean, you could just see how high that is. It's gotta be like, 10 feet, you know. It's a pretty good incline from there to there, but it levels off here, and this is where I think the house can go. Well, let me clear this section, and then I might take down those as well. Let's get to it. There's not much daylight left. That's done. Now we got this. Whew. Got it cleared. That was a pretty big bunch of trees right there. They're all pretty much off. I still gotta go and clear these and get the little stumps remaining. Let's head back before we trip and fall out here and before any bears come, because I think there was a bear. The bears are kind of lazy, right? The black bears, they don't like to make their own paths. They kind of like to go with the land, and it's pretty thick up here, so not too many animals were traversing it. But the bears are clawing at these stumps to try and get the carpenter ants that are in them. See these holes? That's where the ants are. And I did see a big pile of dung. It's human crab or that was a bear. Whew. So here's that first brook. So if I'm gonna have my house down where I want it, we're actually gonna have to cross that little river, or that brook, with some culvert pipes. So they kind of just roughed in a path real quick with the excavator, like real rough. You know, that's where I was walking with the trail. It's kind of higher up over here. I think we're gonna take the easier path and kind of go slope down the mountain a little bit. But like at the end of that tree line, that's where we got to deal with that water. I don't want to have them put this nice driveway in and then it get washed away and then a ton of problems afterwards. Because I can only do so much with my tractor, and then I got to get somebody to come in with an excavator. Who knows, maybe I'll buy an excavator and learn how to use one, but I barely have enough time as it is. So yeah, we just want to do it right once. So right over there, that's not like going to be the driveway or anything. It's just kind of where we're going to store some of the rock and fill material. And there's a big pile of brush. So this brush that's over there, it's got to be moved. And it's kind of swampy right now. We had a big rainstorm come through and it kind of washed away a lot of their work. And using an excavator just after it rained, it's never going to look pretty. That's an old deer, but it still works pretty good. They got that thumb attachment too. Yeah, that's a hydraulic thumb too. Those are pretty sweet. So as you guys can kind of tell, they've done some work since the last time. All those logs they're gonna take, but this is steep off that road. They got some more material in, and it's got these bigger rocks in them. It'll help with compacting and drainage and all that. And then they started clearing that over there just to be able to access that area and be able to make a ditch. Remember we saw this pipe up here? Well, all the water on the other side of the road is coming here, and after the rainstorm, it just messed everything they had up here. So my idea is ditch that all, send it that way, because it's a lot of water and we haven't seen it at full capacity yet. And then any water that comes off the driveway, we still have to have another ditch that goes this way, and eventually it kicks off to the left. But that's another 5 truckloads of that dirt. It's coming along, but it's still way too steep. I'm leaving my car up there. It's only a front wheel drive car, so it's not gonna come down here. The excavator operator, Neil, he brought his truck down here. We can get the Raptor down here, I think. And it's definitely gonna be wider that way, I think. And maybe to the right as well. You can kind of get an idea now of how high up this is. So I saw this bird. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure you guys can identify it. Comment down below. It just picked up on the cell cam here. So Paul and his brother Neil will be working the excavator. They've been doing a fantastic job. I mean, it's definitely a bigger project than we all thought, but they've been carrying on great. Now, they got some more material coming in today, some crushed bank run. It's perfect. It's got some gravel in it, some sand, great for a driveway, and if it has any repairs needed, I can just do it with the tractor. Now, before they can use that material, they actually got to rip up the topsoil and any vegetation nearby. Then they can start laying that crushed bank run. So they also got some of this fabric material for driveways. I guess what they're going to do is they're going to rip up the topsoil, then lay down the fabric, and then put the crushed bank run on top of that. It's going to help prevent anything like erosion, potholes forming, and just less maintenance for me, basically. I can use the tractor and the box blade all day long to fix the potholes that form, but I don't want to be doing that every single day. This area does get a good bit of water, and it was mainly from that culvert pipe just funneling water in this area, but we've since diverted that and it's gonna start drying up like over time. So today's a brand new day and they're back at it again, and they've been making some great progress. I'm really excited to be able to use the land a lot more now. We can get some trailers in, have some friends come over. We don't have to park alongside the road and worry about getting hit. So what they're going to be doing today is they're actually going to be regrading this. There was a lot of unused material that could be repurposed in a different area. And they're also going to be digging some ditches on the left and right, and then another truckload of material comes in and they can start putting that on top of that fabric over there. So we've had so much material brought in from the start of this project. The material is going to start going a lot further now because at the beginning we were about 10 feet off the freaking road. So they had to get that level basically, or close to it, and then start grading down. We had some sand material first at the bottom of it, and then on top of that we put that crushed bank run, and it's looking a lot better. But now the material is going to go much further now that we don't have to go 10 feet off the ground with it. Now this next truckload is going to be a little different. So it's not crushed bank run, it's not gravel and sand. It's going to be riprap. So Basically what that is just like 3 to 6 inch gravel rock, okay? And they're going to use this for erosion control. They're going to be putting this alongside the ditches in the steep areas and over by that culvert pipe where it's just water, water, water. They're going to lay down that fabric material, or actually a different fabric material, and then the rocks on top of that. So we get 2 truckloads of it, and the stuff should do really, really well. Now, if I zoom in here, you can see really far away where the fabric material is. They're actually laying some of that rock down. It was pretty wet over there. So basically, they did something called a rock sandwich, right? So they dug it up, they put some rock down, then they put the fabric material on top of that, and then rock on top of the fabric material, a rock sandwich. And then they're gonna put some of that crush bank run with the sand and smaller gravel on top of it. That will help with the erosion again. It's just, that was pretty wet, and they wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna be swampland for me. Okay, it's time for a major update on the land, guys. It's been about a month since I've done some cutting. The baby is here, and I've just been a little busy with him, baby Grady. You guys will meet him very, very soon, don't you worry. I'm recording some moments like Captain meeting him for the first time. It's gonna be awesome. You guys will enjoy the video, and he's a cute baby, so you'll like meeting him. Paul has been going nuts on the excavator. It's awesome. That's the road. We have come all the way down to my truck. It's not 100% finished. We still do need a little bit more material. Well, let's go up here. You can see it's not as steep anymore. Now they're putting some of this material down, and they're gonna lay some rocks on it. So when there's a lot of water, it won't wash away. Here's the start of it. They got a lot of that 3 to 6 inch rock there. And they did the same thing for this side. Now we are thinking of expanding that culvert pipe to kick it further out that way, because it is lingering here a little bit. And if it's lingering here, water will find a way and maybe go out this way. And we don't want this area to get washed out. This is gonna be like our trailer parking spot, or it's gonna be our like turnaround area for the driveway. They're gonna have a ditch on the left and also on the right for the water flow to go nice. It's been a huge update, guys. We got back from the hospital on like Tuesday. He was out here Sunday, and I was like, you know, I was excited about the baby, but I was also excited to take a look at the land. This is as far as I've taken the truck so far. So not only did they work on the driveway, they actually worked on something else, clearing out a little area where a house could go. So they did this previously. So as we get further into fall, the leaves keep dropping, and yeah, we're gonna start being able to see those mountains very, very soon. The oaks are the only thing holding on to their leaves right now, I think. This is a little wet. They'll probably need to do something for over here when we do have the driveway. That's my little trail, and they got up to about like right here, and they started going a little further. Water just running down. Now there's a few of these streams, and they come together and make like a brook, and then it almost gets to like a river. Obviously I've talked about the waterfall before. We will find that waterfall very soon. I'm gonna have Peter come adventure out here with me. Look at that view. Oh, there's mountains there, and there's some over there too. Now, the house we're gonna build could be up there, right? I'm thinking a house built into that, you know, going with the grade. It's gonna have a walkout basement, and then we'll come out here, and it's a beautiful big yard. I think over there, that's where I was clearing with the brush cutter. I'll just try to walk through here real quick. We'll see how this goes. Yes, it was. Dude, this is where I was brush cutting a little bit down here, and they're just right over there. So we'll connect these two. And then I think the house is going freaking right there, dude. You can see how steep this is, right? So it'd be perfect for a walkout basement, you know. This could be like the first level of the house, and then we have the second story up there, and it'd have even a better shot of the mountains. That is what it's about. There is still so much to do here on the land, whether it's building the house, making some trails, maybe even like a dirt bike course down at the bottom of the hill. I don't know, that'd be pretty freaking cool to me. Comment down below what you think I should make and build here. There's gonna be so many projects going on, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. If you wanna see some more, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And you guys can turn that little notification bell on so it alerts you when I do upload, because you never know with a baby, I might get preoccupied. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.